All right.
Do we have to rehearse this?
No, there's no rehearsing. That's the beauty of it. All right. So, from Tina, first question. Why did the chicken cross the road?
To get to the other side.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
Yeah, is that the right answer?
Well, I don't know. You tell me. All right. A little more of a serious question, but sort of not. And I've always kind of wondered this myself, but never really asked. What is the Kana and the Healy?
You'll have to ask your dad about that.
He didn't get that from you?
No, he gets the credit for that one.
Oh, that's his own BS.
That's Joe's, that's your dad's thing. I don't know. He always said that. So you'll have to ask him that.
You don't know either? All right. Okay. How did you propose to Grandma? And should I ask you two separately to make sure that your stories match?
Well, I think I told her.
Oh, you just told her? Back in the day you just said, woman, you're marrying me?
Yeah, I just said, hey. No, I was scared really. I thought she was going to turn me down. But I asked her if I said something about when we get married, and she said, wait a minute, you hadn't asked me if we get married yet. I said, oh, I have to ask you? She said, yeah. And I said, well, will you marry me? And she said, yeah.
Is that about right? Well, I'm just checking the story here. I mean, all right. This is gonna be a tough one for you. What's your favorite joke?
Oh, gosh.
And we'll see if Grandma has a favorite one too here.
Favorite joke, I guess well, about the two guys digging in a ditch. I guess that's the most favorite, isn't it?
All right, well, tell the joke.
Huh?
Tell the joke.
No, I can't tell that joke.
Why not?
Well, these two guys digging in a ditch. I told you that, hadn't you?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you tell a joke
hot.
every 5 minutes. I don't know.
And one guy said, man, did you just shit your pants? And he said, no. And they keep digging. Well, man, you sure you didn't just shit your pants? He said, no. And they kept going, and finally the guy pulled his pants down, and he was just full of shit. He said, I thought you said you didn't shit your pants. He said, not today.
All right.
Well, I didn't hear you laugh loud.
That's funny. Cooper told me one yesterday. Y'all are getting a kick out of this when Peyton pulls up in the truck and he's laughing his butt off, and I'm like, what's so funny? Said, what time is it when the elephant sits on the fence? I don't know. What time is it? Time to build a new fence.
Said what?
Time to build a new fence.
Where did you get that?
It's somewhere on the TV, I guess, but I have to teach him delivery of a joke because he's just, time to build a new fence! And he can't even get it out because he's screaming and he's already laughing so hard. I'm like, all right, that's funny. That's a good joke, but you gotta slow down a little. I may send him over here for some lessons. He can teach you how to use a computer. You teach him how to tell a joke.
Hey, that's a good swap.
Well, that sounds like a fair trade.
Well, we have to be a little older before I can tell some of my jokes.
Well, you'll have to be a little older to understand the computer stuff too.
Yeah. Well, this is. I have to be a little younger to understand that. That's already past that.
Well, you know, it's worth a shot. All right. And you don't have your own favorite joke? No? All right. So, and this question's for both of you, but individually here. And we'll start with Grandma. What's the most challenging thing you've ever done?
Learning to walk again.
That would be tough. What about you?
I don't know. I hadn't had any challenging. I hadn't had any big challenges in life.
No?
All mine have been smooth. No, I guess.
That's a good attitude to have, but I don't believe you.
I don't know. I've just done so many things that it's just hard to pick one out.
right. And Tina's last question. What do y'all want to be when you grow up?
Old. We're already there.
Well, that doesn't sound like fun. I mean, me personally, I want to grow up.
I want to be a fireman.
When you grow up?
When
be
I
a
grow
fireman?
up, I want to be a fireman. What
All right.
about you, honey?
Don't know.
You're already doing it? Well, then you're doing it right. All right, well, that was all of Tina's questions, and Kate hasn't decided to participate yet, so we'll wait on her. But I didn't write any of mine down. I figured I'd wing it. What's your favorite memory of Joe?
Favorite memory of who?
Joe, my dad.
Well, there's so many of them.
Good, bad, and different. Whatever.
Well, they're all good. I mean, he's done a lot of things. I guess the biggest one is when we were at the grocery store, and he had to be paged on the intercom at the grocery store, and he wanted to know where the title to the Plymouth was. And I said, "What do you want the title of the Plymouth?" He said, "I found me a Corvette and I want to buy it today." I said, "Well, how are you going to get a Corvette today?" He says, "I already made arrangements at the bank." So I said, "Well, that just seemed like that was yesterday. He had to have that Corvette, and he loved that Corvette."
And what about you?
I don't know.
No?
What about when he got Paul out of that tree?
You cut him down out of a tree in the lake, you know.
Cut him down out. Wait. He cut him down out of a tree?
He was in a tree and it wouldn't come down, and Joe got a hatchet and chopped the tree. It wasn't a big tree, just chopped the tree down. And Paul fell into, what was it, a little creek?
Yeah.
How old were they?
I don't know.
Teenagers?
Under 10, weren't they?
Yeah, but 8 or 9, I guess. I don't know. Joe, they say more about it when they were, when you get them together, they can
See
tell you
what
the
you
age.
got to look forward to.
Oh yeah, no, I'm completely expecting all of this and worse. I mean, those two boys are just gonna beat the crap out of each other, I'm sure.
Well, Joe Paul had a next door neighbor called Bubba, and they were always picking on this little fat kid. And this fat kid would come out, "Cho, save me, Cho." And Joe would get out there and run Paul and Bubba off, and leave, what was that kid named Terry?
Yeah.
Leave Terry alone. That was funny. And then your dad, I got a note from the teacher saying that, what was it, history, wasn't it? I think it was history. Said he didn't see how history could help him now or in the future. And I had to go to the school and assure the teacher that I'll show him, tell him how it would affect him now and in the future. And so I even offered to buy a book, because the teacher said, "Well, we don't have it so many books." I said, "Well, I'll buy him one." He says, "No, he can take the book home with him, but he have to bring it back the next day or somebody else won't have it, But I explained to Joe why history would do. I think it was history. I'm not too sure now. When you get my age, you start forgetting things,
Like history?
Huh?
Like history?
Yeah. That's right. If you don't study history, you're condemned to repeat it.
Yeah. That's what I tell my kids. You keep doing it over and over again, you're gonna do the same thing.
Yep.
But what about Paul? Favorite memory of him?
Paul used to get into a lot of mischief.
Him? No.
Yeah. And he'd snicker. He'd have that snicker, And he'd get you dead mad. He'd just look at him a certain way. Your daddy get mad. I need this girl to be real. What, me? I didn't do anything.
Oh yeah, the Teflon routine. So that started early, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Paul was, he was always full of mischief. He and Bubba, they got into more trouble than you could shake a stick at. I mean, it wasn't anything serious, you know, they just get in trouble with us for doing little things they shouldn't have done.
Mischief.
Huh?
Yeah.
Mischief.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Grandma, where were you born?
Grant, Alabama,
Grant, Alabama. What was it like there?
on the farm.
Yeah. Was it a town, a city, small town, or just like a county?
County.
Yeah. How long did you live there?
All my life till I went to work.
Where'd you work?
Birmingham.
What'd you do?
Office work.
Yeah. How'd you meet him?
How do we meet?
She forgot. See what kind of impression I
She's
made?
testing you here. No, she's testing you.
I was dating a girl, she and her sister were living in this
Eva
Eva Coma home. It was a home for girls, you know, that moved
Okay.
into the big city from the country. And I was dating this other gal, and this is a story that I tell. I don't know whether she concurs or not, but